Tiebreakers continue here at DreamLeague as VP will be facing off against Gaimin Gladiators. And as the panel discussed, I'm Suns fan Sin the Cinderin. I didn't discuss that. Nobody gives a shit. But
thanks, panel. Thanks for the shout out.
Gaimin have to win this if they want to continue this tiebreaker. Otherwise, they are out of the tournament, which, I mean, in some ways, it would kind of be fitting because Liquid also going out really early, and these two teams have dominated so much of the last year and a half of Dota.
Yep. It's a new day.
That's something. And there's an old man right there in FNG Dota. Playing the Witch Doctor.
Can I just point out we have 9 heroes that were not in the last game. So if you're concerned about the meta right now, from a pro perspective, it's very different from team to team what they rate high. So for VP, we have an insane team fight lineup. We have Puck, Enigma, and Void in the same team. And for Gaimin Gladiators, the only repeat hero from the last game is the Gyro, which is being played 5 by Celery this game. Last game it was Carry.
That's right. Oh, a nice task into a blood grenade. As the toss comes out onto Tofu, who's going to die first? It's noticed. Dyrachyo will get the first blood, and Tofu is actually living, and Squadix, he pops his Fairy Fire but still dies, so very good start for Gaimin, despite the panel not believing in this lineup, which it is a bit of an oddball. You get to see the Dawnbreaker, obviously the Huskar mid, which...
That is...
But yeah, that's a really good start for Gaimin. You can't ask for a much better start.
3 runes, first blood, and the first blood went on Slark. This hero... notoriously not a great laner, especially against ranged heroes. Him having this bit of an advantage could prove to be absolutely massive for them. Like the panel talked about Gyro making quick work of the idol on Celery, even going to just drop a blood grenade to kill 2 of them off. Seems well worth it, to be honest. And he will pause to celebrate.
That's right.
He crashed. He got so excited. Ultra lag.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just lag. It's ultra lag. Okay, he didn't crash. Okay, nice. All right.
How do you not know if you crashed or not? That's questionable.
Then it is a big lag, you gotta say.
My goodness.
Yeah, so we didn't really get to talk about what the lineups do aside from VP have a lot of team fight. When it comes to Gaimin, their lineup is a little more, how to say... It's definitely less in the teamfight department and a lot heavier on the laning. You've got the Huskar mid, you've got the Dawnbreaker offlane, two heroes that are very strong laners but then have other shortcomings. And then this time they got their hands on the Batrider, which has been banned a lot. So a bit more skirmish heavy. Which is interesting to see as an adjustment after the last game, right? Where they had quite strong 5-man and now they're going a completely different direction.
Yep, that's because the 5-man wasn't working for them, so...
I'm not sure if it was the picks so much as the play, though, but...
It means they lost faith in their 5-man ability, potentially.
So far, they have the top 4 last hitters. Gyro had more CS than a core a moment ago from killing Eidolons. Yep. 2K lead minute 2.
Yep.
Ouch.
Could be a long day if Gaimin wins, and then there's another split where OG loses to VP, then we restart this process. But obviously a long ways from there, but VP, not the greatest start.
Just realized he's 3-0 on Puck. 15-10 Huskar?
Oh my god.
I mean, I know this is a Huskar favorite matchup, but come on, man. He's getting absolutely trashed. He did get first blooded, or rather he died, but he got back to lane for the first wave. Quinn is just not letting Squadix touch anything. This lane is already completely over.
Yeah, that is as bad as it gets for a mid laner, that's for sure. Quinn will deny the Water Rune.
He didn't want the HP.
That's
he wants to stay lower on the Berserker's blood.
Understandable. That provides a little opportunity for Squadix to get 1 or 2 more last hits, but that's all he's getting for a while now. And, I mean, the panel kind of talked about the rotation potentially coming from the Witch Doctor, which was the last pick from VP, so switching things up to try to counter this Huskar to some degree. But I don't know how early you can come and try to help this disaster out. As Squadix continue to take Burning Spears, and Quinn, yeah, he's just going to stay high ground. He's going to go for it, and that's going to be the death of Squadix. Wow.
Holy shit.
This is
real bad.
Stompy in the mid lane.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around how this lane goes in theory. Like, I know for a fact Puck can't win this, but I wonder how much better than this you could do. Because you must be able to do better than this, or they would have banned it, right? Like, if it's this terrible of a matchup, nice toss back.
Yeah,
into the tower.
Under the tower. Nice blocking with the Eidolons as well. Celery looks to be dead. Pops the Fairy Fire, okay. And the Lotus. That will help him survive. As FNG under the tower, out of mana. As Tofu applying so much pressure. As Gaimin desperately need this win. And see if they're able to snowball this mid lane into kind of spreading the love for the other lanes as well. Level 5 to level 3. 24 and 20 to 7-1. As Squadix will grab a water rune.
Quinn was like, okay, so I won my last lane as Dragon Knight against TA handily, but it wasn't enough. So give me Huskar in a favorable matchup. How did this guy get last in the 1v1 tournament again?
He just choked.
He's,
you know?
he's pretty good at laning, I think.
With Huskar, especially, apparently. I mean, how early can you rotate from VP supports? Like, can you even... I mean, this lane's already lost. Like, even if... I'm just not sure what you can do.
I don't think bringing one support is a kill. I think you need to bring both in a smoke. It's... The Witch Doctor Maledict damage is too slow. Unless he has high levels in it. He didn't even skill it, so...
Yep, Celery making his rotation over here to try to kill off FNG. Gets off a really nice cask, but will likely be taken out. But the Avalanche coming in from the Tiny.
Make him work for it.
Delay it a bit. FNG continuing to heal. Flame Break back into the waiting arms of Celery. Kiritich. I mean, the Enigma is also farming well. It's just that Gaimin are farming just a little bit better in the side lanes right now. In the mid lane, we've already talked about to death.
It really is the story of the game, though. I mean, aside from the rune fight, right? The vast majority of the lead is being generated right here. They're going to TP to bottle refill for Squadix. The unfortunate reality is that this mana isn't even that useful because he has level 2 Illusory Orb, so he can't even guaranteed get a lot of CS. He can maybe get the range creep every time with this. Just going to try to fish for a bottom rune. He won't get that.
Go out top. As the rotations come through, Notice left alone, and that means his death. How do you say Tiny's name again?
Sayush.
Sayush? Oh boy.
You know, the Yush. There you go. I'm helping you out.
Sayush.
I hope I said it right now. I'm actually not positive. I asked Tsunami, so if it's wrong, it's his fault.
Is he a good guy, would you say?
What's that supposed to mean?
Sayush? Well, because I'm trying to remember.
Is this a reference to a movie or something?
No, it's just Sayush the douche. That's the way to remember how to say it. But I don't want to, you know, if he's not, if he's a good guy, then I feel bad.
Whatever works for you, you know? It's fine.
Gaimin with a 4K lead. Oh boy. All right. Armlet online for Quinn.
VP need to at least get a wisdom here, which they will. Otherwise, this would be a complete travesty.
Yeah.
Sayush will pick this one up on the Tiny. This is one of the risks you take when you pick at this teamfight-centric lineup that doesn't have the best lanes, is that the best teams in the world will sometimes exploit you. And I say that, I know it isn't Gaimin's best tournament, but they still know their, you know, they still know their theory. Even if the plays and the communication isn't always up to snuff, you can still see wonderful drafts coming out from them, and they've really solved some problems quite effectively here. FNG is in massive trouble here.
Yep, Flame Break with the slow of the hammer. Cask actually will bounce appropriately, but then it goes on to the small camp. But Tofu getting gone on his Squadix, making his rotation over. Needs this, won't get it. FNG will instead.
First kill for VP on the board 8 minutes in, and they did a 4-man rotation to kill position 4.
Yeah.
But they had to do something, because they were just going to dive FNG and then just keep pressuring the Void, so they had to bring something over.
Yep, this is providing, I mean, with the fact that Huskar can actually jungle at this point is...
Toss back?
Yep, toss back.
Cask.
Maledict
Nice
applied
play.
to Ace.
Not enough, but decent harass.
Quinn making his way over.
He won't be in range.
Does have life break, but yeah, I don't think he's going to close the gap here. The fact that they forced him out. I mean,
he's actually farming under a ward right now. If they could somehow get a jump out of Fog, this would be a massive kill for the puck. But it is very difficult for them to execute.
And maybe they just use this rotation to try and push this tier 1 instead. But Celery's getting a lot of solo XP in the mid lane.
He's level 6.
Yeah. That's the benefit of having this hero that can just go jungle so early. Sayush! Level 4 on the Tiny by comparison. And the funny thing about these Huskar picks is that's the highest amount of last hits at 9 minutes at this event. Okay. But it feels like it's an auto win or an auto lose. There's like not really much in between. I feel like when we see the Huskar mid and it's good, they trash their lane. Maybe not this hard, but not too far off.
Yeah, and as much as we've talked about mid, Slark is keeping up.
Yeah.
Like, Duracho's having a total free time as well. They managed to shut down this Enigma very well with the gyro support, and can't really ask for much more out of the early game for Gaimin. This is about as good as it's going to get. So VP will have to find some sort of miracle spell combinations to bring this one back. They're going to get hunted.
Yep, Tofu taking the perfect path to avoid all conflict. FNG will TP. I mean, that is one thing, is Gaimin don't really have stuns until this lasso comes through. Homing missiles very
for that
slow.
reason.
What's that?
Huskar might rush Ags for that reason. I actually wouldn't mind seeing it here. It's such a good item against Faceless Void. Against the puck, it's a little so-so because you can't reliably hit it. But if you do force phase shift somehow, it's just a death sentence for the puck when you get it off.
Kiritich might be in a world of hurt here. Homing missiles coming. Hammer to slow initially. They want him to use that time walk. She will.
Opting not to time walk through the missile here, paying a lot of respect to their chase potential.
And Gaimin. Full throttle right now. Celery will be going for an early mech. Haven't really talked about the Dawnbreaker for Ace. How do you think it fits into this game? It's like a counter initiation for all the AoE spells from VP, theoretically. The Solar Guardian, that is.
It feels like they primarily picked it against Enigma, right? Like the panel talked about. It's such a good way of solving Enigma in the laning stage, and then they just moved the pieces around based on what position the Enigma was showed in. They ended up double dipping to counter Eidolons by also picking Gyros. They could do whatever they wanted and just give him a solid lane. It's great against Black Hole, too. You have this reliable way of preventing Enigma from using it.
Yep.
So, especially if you get Ags, you can drop very fast. I don't think he's going to do that, though, as a core. But if that was the primary problem of the game, the Ags is actually double interesting because it's also good against Faceless Void. If somebody gets chronoed, you can just ult them, protect them from the Void's attacks with 60% evasion, and if you want to drop down for a stun, you can.
Yeah, you think he will go for an early Ags then on the Dawn?
No, I don't think so. He's eyeing up Orchid, which I think is completely fine. Like, just itemize against this puck, against the Void, you know, try to kill them. Keep playing snowball-y. But there was a world where it was a consideration, but I don't think you buy that as the first item pretty much ever. Maybe as a 5, if they had put it there, but they weren't going to put an off-lane gyro. So.
Celery has finally crashed. First one was just a false alarm.
Yeah, VP.
Please restart your computer, Windows update. And
VP have been waiting for this for 11 minutes. Like, please.
I mean, what are you talking about if you're VP right now? Because it must feel so demoralizing to lose, especially that mid lane, this incredibly hard. Like, we've seen so many games, just especially this patch, where laning stage is the game.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to happen more in this patch than in recent memory, but
I think their mindset should be get level 6 on Witch Doctor and then try to make some sort of moves with their ults. They have tools that can kill any hero on the map, including Huskar. It's definitely possible. The problem is they don't have the best wave clear. So in order to set up these smoke rotations that you want to make with the Witch Doctor plus, say, Puck or whatever, the waves need to be shoved out so it's not obvious, but your heroes don't do it very well. It's one of the biggest downsides to Faceless Void. His wave clear is absolutely atrocious. Looks like they will get Celery at the very least here. Maybe not.
Nope.
Just not even gonna die.
he is fine.
Yeah, okay. That's... And they're also not gonna get the rune. Celery will deny this. Yeah.
VP is not getting anything out.
That was VP's first move. And that was with a Witchblade, and they still couldn't kill him. 7k the lead. At 12. This might be the most one-sided game of the tournament at this point.
So far.
We had a pretty stompy game as well the other day.
Yep, solo Roche for Quinn. 12.5 minutes, that's going to bring the average of the Roche
that's good.
fight down to the 22-minute mark is what I originally predicted, of course.
Yep.
Oh, 22:20 is the average time. Look at that shit.
I bet this isn't.
Oh.
108 matches this event.
Man, I was 20 seconds off. That is disgustingly accurate.
Wow.
For once for me.
I'm actually very impressed.
Usually I'm fake news.
I bet you've looked this up and you're just pretending.
Yeah.
And
I'm a man of honor.
You're off by a little bit to make it believable that you didn't actually know, you know?
Well, I still could, I mean, we're not at the end of the event yet, so
that's
like,
quite
that 20 seconds could be cut down.
That's quite impressive. I'm impressed.
Good.
I said you were probably within 3 minutes, but you were within 20 seconds.
That's right. And that's the most interesting thing that has happened this game is we have a smoke now from VP. Dyrachyo will inhibit and be able to pounce away.
I thought he was just going to go for the chrono after the Shadow Dance came out, considering his entire team was connecting, but they might still get... No, they're not even going to get him!
Wasted rotation, although Quinn will show. That's the Death Ward. Pure damage is very good against Huskar, but it is just the Aegis.
Yeah, they have to back down.
But still, that is something gained, kind of.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They just have to wait for that. I mean, the Death Ward is the main source of being able to kill this Huskar.
Yeah.
With the Maledict, of course. As they find the Avalanche from Sayush. The coil is there. Will be broken as a result of the toss. Maledict applied. Celery ticking down. I don't know what level that Maledict is.
Or not. He has raindrops.
No, he's fine.
Raindrops are very good against the Witchman.
Yep.
Oh, he has 2 selves. How convenient.
Yep, that is nice.
I want to say just anecdotally, it feels like Celery is the player who chooses the shovel the most in this tournament. I've seen him with it 2 or 3 games. I feel like I've seen basically nobody else really rocking it.
I feel like it's a very good neutral item. I think most people don't like it.
It's one on the Enigma too.
The players that don't use it is because they don't want to have to worry about it the whole game. Like the min-max thing can be stressful.
The inventory management is actually pretty stressful with this item sometimes when you need to have wards, sentries, 3 different things you've dug up. You want to have value stats. Yeah, it can be a bit annoying. But it's, in theory, a very good item to have at least one of. Right, there's the cast.
Cask initiation, but Dyrachyo's there. He takes off the Spirit Vessel. FNG will die. Noticed, able to walk away. Haven't seen the black hole yet, but that's because VP hasn't really done anything yet.
Yeah, he has the Vessel and the Enigma. He would love to get involved in 1 kill to get a charge so he can look for that Huskar. Alternatively, he could just go and die to get a charge.
That's true.
Just literally just run down a lane to a tower.
Yeah, might as well. That charge is very valuable.
Radiant are scanning.
Does it matter if you died in neutrals, you still get it?
I was just going to say, I think you have to die to the enemy team, right? You can't just die to Roche. Can you die to anything and get a charge?
I would think you can die to anything.
Maybe you can.
Yeah. What does it say here? Okay, I skimmed it.
Now, if I know Valve, they
doesn't even say anything.
Haven't put this in the text. They made a patch note for it and said, that's good enough. New players will figure it out eventually.
Yep, that's right.
There you go. All right, here comes Dyrachyo. He will break the smoke.
Yep, Sayush! Chronosphere on top and the Death Ward. Big kill for VP, but they need like 5 of those.
Yep.
It's a good start. Blink now.
Can we get a replay on that? What happens to Slark when the chrono ends? Where does the corpse go? He died midair.
Well, Malefice.
Okay.
Into the black hole. Avalanche as well. Solar Guardian. Here comes Ace. Mostly dodge, but you'll be able to get the lasso connection onto Sayush as Quinn is there to burn him down. Trying to get healed up by FNG. Not going to be enough, though. He's actually going to time walk in. Does Kiritich as a triple kill for Squad X.
That is a
very unexpected teamfight win for VP.
Great result. Wow. So they did a ton of damage to the Dawn. There's an incredible synergy between Spirit Vessel as well as Maledict. So they got the Maledict and the Vessel onto the Dawn at the tail end of that. Like, here's the first kill. We just see the Slark die. Oh, the corpse actually falls instantly into the Chrono.
That's right.
That makes absolutely no sense, Valve. Get on the lore. And then they kill... The Dawn ult there was just very late, right? If you want to save your gyro, you got to pop it instantly to get down there and stop the black hole. But they just let the black hole run full duration, and then he came in.
Yeah.
So they died 1 by 1. Again, it's giving me a little bit of flashbacks to last game's weaknesses of Gaimin Gladiators, where they're not just fully on the same page. This game, they fortunately for them have given themselves a lot of wiggle room.
Feels like they were on the same page that time. It just the page was not
Radiant's
particularly
middle tower is
effective.
under attack. Dire are
It
scanning.
was gibberish. SquadX will likely have to give up his tier 1 tower as Quinn still deathless.
Yeah.
Don't count that Aegis. Has a BKB now.
Radiant's middle tower
And he's going
is
for the
falling.
Ags. I like that a lot, I think. It's just... Should
This
be
is the one
go-to
hero that it feels like they just can't deal with right now unless they just get the perfect initiation.
I mean,
With the blink now on SquadX.
in theory, they have some decent
Radiant's
tools,
middle
but
tower is under
a big
attack.
part of it is the Death Ward, so that is not fully reliable, especially at this level of play. But as you pointed out
Radiant are
earlier,
scanning.
Gaimin don't have the most stuns, so it's actually a
Dire's
quite good
structures
Death
are
Ward game.
fortified.
It's a really good shard game too
Yeah.
for FNG, which he will be trying to purchase
very
here. But
dead,
first
too.
he's going to get lassoed into his secret shop. Will die next to the shopkeeper who just ignores him. Typical
Radiant's top tower is under
capitalistic nature of the shopkeeper.
His main concern is that they're burning the trees around him. It's not good for business.
That's
but
true. Quinn will be taking out the tower.
Imagine you brand yourself as the secret shop, and then all the trees get cut.
Not secret anymore.
Then you're just the shop. And then people just go to the other one, because then it's not cool anymore.
Nobody wants to go to the other one. That's
I didn't
rather
mean that one. I meant the normal shop.
Radiant's
normal
top
shop,
tower
I
is
see,
under
yeah.
attack.
makes sense. Yeah, the side shop we're still missing.
That's right. That's a good,
What's that guy's
They're
name?
going to go to the Lotus Pool. That
What was
a
his
good camera
name?
shot.
It was like
Top
Squirt.
tower is under attack.
It wasn't Squirt, but that's the only word I can think of.
What?
The guy's name that was the side shop guy. Squirtle? No.
Gotta go with Squirt. Gyro is dead.
On the celery, Maledict applied. Down goes the gyrocopter.
Curious is actually time walking in for that one. He was definitely dead, but was hoping to get the kill on the Void. Didn't get it. Went to notice. So vessel charges are intact. As I see you Googling Dota2 Squirt.
No,
I don't
not
think
quite.
that's the right thing. You Google side shop man name.
That's right.
Sideshow Bob. That's right. That's what it was. Google really knows what you need.
Get some Dota 2. Okay, we'll get there eventually. Keep up the good work, Cinderin.
For somebody who uses a computer a lot, you're not particularly good at Googling things.
Just focus on the game, all right?
Yep. Okay. I'll keep you up to date, guys. We're currently at Dota 2 side shop man name. I understand why you use ChatGPT. You need something that can guess what you mean, not
Yes.
be actually right. Okay, you found something here. You got the lore. Side shop.
Yep. We're getting there. This is really important, by the way. As FNG.
So you mean specifically the shop that doesn't exist anymore?
Yes.
What he was called.
Yes.
I mean, that is pretty hard to find. That's years old.
Oh, it's Quart and Sithel. So I just combined them into Squirt. It makes sense now. It's Duraccio going in deep. FNG was the initial target, but now they find Kitterich. He's taking a ton of damage, but the black hole comes in onto 3 heroes into no damage at all. And Gaimin Gladiators completely destroying this fight. As 3 are dead for the side of VP, and it'll be a 4th very shortly. Another stack for Duraccio, and now this lead has ballooned to 12K.
They get that one comeback, but Gaimin strike right back here, and that black hole is just... There's not enough damage. That's the reality of it. When Void gets killed instantly and doesn't get Chrono off, the fight's just lost. Puck isn't even here.
Yeah, the puck not being there is a pretty big deal, I would say.
Sayush misclicking here, didn't get the TP. He canceled his own TP. I think he got screwed a bit over by the sticky napalm, maybe? On his turn rate. Confused him a little bit. But yeah, that is a massive teamfight win for Gaimin Gladiators, and they're back where they arguably should have been 5 minutes ago. But they gave up a little bit of space to the side of VP by bleeding 4 kills. Now, back in utter, total control. Ags picked up for the Huskar. Roche is up. You know what's coming.
Radiant are scanning.
That's right, Shannon.
Yep, it's Roshan time.
It's the banner. And they will use it.
They will use it immediately, and it will have 0 impact, because players just legit don't understand
he
how
did
to
go Ags on the Dawn now.
Okay.
So he went Orchid and tags. I'm really happy to see the Ags, but like I said, you probably don't buy it first item as a core.
I mean, Gaimin has... They bought 3 Ags in the last 30 seconds, so...
It is just such an incredible Dawn Ags game. Like,
It is.
you can guaranteed cancel Black Hole even through BKB because the ult stuns through Magic Immunity. You protect people in Chrono. You can just keep it running. I mean, it's not going to get much better than this. Here goes Roche. He is burning.
I hope he just attacks the banner. Nope, Celery will take it. Let's see. All right.
He has enough inventory management to do already. He has so many items.
Yeah, the banner might as well be deleted.
I put in backpack.
Backpack, okay.
Good choice.
Stay
I think
with
2 blood grenades are better.
I mean, we had this discussion
Oops.
yesterday, of course, and we're gonna have
Sometimes you
a discussion every day until the players realize this.
Are they actually gonna? Are they gonna take this? Okay, they did.
What?
FNG died to the Tormentor, and then the Tormentor was alive for another 15 seconds. But they do get it.
Well, the good news is FNG gets his shard, which is unbelievably important this game. Just more pure damage against Quinn, but it just feels like it's just too little too late, as the tier 2 tower will be uncontested in favor of Gaimin.
Yeah, with the Dawn Axe, I think you just go high. I struggle to see VP killing Quinn twice if they set this up properly. They just have him hit from max range. Berserker's blood running. And if they do kill him once and they want to try to commit for a second one, that's where you Dawn ult. Even this Enigma BKB doesn't solve anything. As long as Dawn is ready, can't black hole. You're still also at the mercy of Lasso. So even that could be a potential problem. Tofu has Blink and Force Staff, so he can find you and just pick you off.
But there is a delay on being able, even with Ags, right? You can't go like super fast, can you?
It's like you need to take
You're still
off.
gonna get a black hole for like a couple seconds, maybe.
Not even. You
like
need
1.5.
to. You need to take off, and then you can instantly land.
Right.
So you know you have the animation where you lift the hammer and you take off into the air, but then you can just drop. So I would guess about a second.
Kiritech is dead. They have the lasso, and Quinn just making sure with the life break taunt that won't be able to get out.
And one more thing about Dawn that we haven't really covered. This is one of my favorite heroes, but we don't really get to see it played much nowadays. It is incredible when you're ahead because you never have problems pushing the waves. Ace is just going to cover whatever side of the map the other 4 don't want to play together at, and he's always available to connect.
Ooh, close.
Try there. So at this point...
Oh!
All right, VP dodging some bullets here. You're never worried about the lanes anymore. And on the flip side for VP, it's difficult to make consistent moves, because if you usually at this level of play, the way you can outnumber the enemy team is that you push out your waves nicely, you smoke, and then when some enemy hero shows to defend and push the wave back, that's where you pounce and get a 5v4 or whatever. In this case, it just doesn't matter. Like, Dawn is always there. It's kind of like having Spectre as a carry, one of the biggest upsides to that hero as well. Just that, in this case, there's even less incentive to go and gank the Dawn. She's super tanky. She could buy back ult back in the fight if it turns into something bigger. And obviously, you're under constant pressure on every other spot of the map, so Dawn could just, you know, take whatever scraps.
I know the conditions are really good for the Dawnbreaker, but it does feel like this hero is underpicked right now. I feel like the value can be had in a lot more games, but don't really get to see it all too often. And by the way, you really need to start believing in me, Cinderin.
Yeah.
I was 20 seconds off of the Roche timer that you made fun of me for, and I was 1 letter off of Squirt for the side shot, man. As Sayuch will be gone on, taunted up by Quinn, and drops. FNG won't follow the same fate.
Very close. He would have died half a second later to a lasso there. Squad X gets spotted by Dracho.
Yep. Silence, but Mules to dispel it. Illusory Orb to the north. Will jaunt away and TP.
It's a hard second pounce to find there.
Radiant's courier
Gaimin
has been killed.
Still in the driver's seat and expected to be in said seat for quite a while. Only a minute left on the Aegis, though, for Quinn. There's still a tier 1 in the top lane.
God, Gyro's so farmed, too. Oh, God, he's got Greaves, Glimmer.
Radiant's top tower
He's got the banner,
is under
too.
attack.
Yeah, lest we forget. Let's remind ourselves.
We'll see if they... Okay, we'll see if they've learned their lesson. Okay. Squadix. Oh, we got the black hole, but here's the Solar Guardian. Not going to use it to stun initially, but no damage is really done to Dyrachyo, so noticed. Drops to the deck. FNG uses that shard. Doing a good amount of damage. The coil is there as well as the Chronosphere as they delete the Dawnbreaker. She dies off screen somehow. Bash is there. Dyrachyo actually ends up falling as well. Okay, so VP showing some signs of life.
They sent Dawn back where she came from. It was the reverse ult. Just straight back into space.
That's right. You can't breathe there.
That's a pretty good response there. I thought that was going to be a disaster for VP, but they find a bit.
Heritage lassoed up,
Nice
pops the
duel.
BKB. Will time walk away.
Very
Quinn was
important.
not in range.
Without that Yule, that's a dead void, so nicely done from Squadix there. That's important to save the faceless. Save face, as they say. It's something. It's 2 kills on 2 cores. Not bad for VP. Gonna need a lot more than that, though, but it seems to be the stage of...
Oh, he's going for the wisdom.
He's
not going to make
to
it.
die.
Sayush! He dies without the... Oh, the wisdom was so close yet
that a
so
warp
far.
cry?
Something like that. As now the Tormy will go the way of Gaimin.
Easy shard.
It is a wasted shard.
Yeah, not the best. I mean, it's something.
Yeah, it's 1,400 net worth. It's worth more to kill him now.
Maybe sometimes he can hit a hero. You know, you never know.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely the worst one they could have got, though. This game. Squadix, he is probably fine.
Oh,
Yule.
Orchid.
Invis.
Invis pops. Sentry placed, though. Uses the Waning Rift. Has to use Coil just as an escape mechanism. It will work, but still feels bad. So despite getting those 2 big core kills, it feels like they haven't made any dent into this net worth deficit.
Yeah, it's kind of in the story of the game, right? Gaimin Gladiators are owning and winning every single minute. There's a couple of small moments of opportunity where VP get a couple of kills, but they don't amount to even a remote comeback. They're gonna have to find something bigger, and probably... Can they even fight for the Roche? Like... I struggle to see it being possible for them to fight for Roches. It's just... The Dawnbreaker is just such an... It's just such a perfect solution to every problem they could have had, right? It's just so difficult to engage with confidence.
Squadix will break a smoke and swiftly die. Solar Guardian coming in with the Chronosphere on top. That means a lot of evasion now. As Heritage won't be able to come through. His notice coming with the BKB gets the black hole off. Celery with the call down, but you can see no damage being done by VP. Honestly, might just call it here. This is very much out of hand. Sayush the only one to be able to get out.
I'll take that.
I mean, no buildings have really been touched on the base side of VP, but this just looks hopeless.
This is basically the way you almost have to play that situation too, right? It's not like they messed up. They got a pretty good chrono. That one's going to force out the Dawn ult, and Enigma has to wait. The entirety of the time that Dawn is in the air, he has to wait. And then when Dawn finally lands, he has to walk in. Because he also can't stand close, or he's going to get clipped by the AoE. So really, really awkward. And when he finally does get the 2-man black hole, I mean, guess what? There's no damage left. So...
Yep, but now Gaimin going high ground. But all these ultimates are down, so I really don't see Gaimin backing off. Although there is a coil. FNG wants to use that Death Ward. Maledict is there, doesn't have his ult. Might have his shard as Doraccio showing himself. Already using the Shadow Dance. Trying to get aggressive, but... Oh, the pounce actually canceled essentially by the Tiny. Very nicely done, but the Solar Guardian save is always going to be there. Doraccio with the BKB now just pounding into Tiny's flesh. If that makes any sense. Call down placed as well. Gaimin don't really get anything out of it, but nobody dies.
Doraccio's flying all over the place, but not really connecting. Didn't need to, though. I mean, I guess they got no kills, but they also didn't lose anything.
As Lee continues to grow, his VP just forced to stay in their base. Obviously no Chrono, Black Hole, or Coil now. But they are going to smoke up and try to get aggressive.
Yep.
Let's see, how long do we have? We have 56 seconds left on Black Hole, 26 for Chrono. As Doraccio might... No. We'll pounce away. So shield rune will be taken. We'll go to Squadix. They're nowhere near another Gaimin member, so won't really result in much, it looks like. As Roche is alive and well.
Yeah.
And I have
It's
to
not gonna
give
be well
a lot of
known.
credit to Celery. I believe he has not used the banner. Wait, it's not. Oh. God damn it, Celery. Where's the banner? What did they do with it?
We need a more clear indication in the sound, right? It needs to have a sound effect when it gets placed.
Yeah.
That's
What kind of sound effect would you like? It needs to be something noticeable. It can't just be like a flag being placed.
a really loud belch.
Yeah. Well, no, because then I can't make money off that voice line that will eventually get in, of course.
Oh, that would also be a good sound, the one they just played. Like a crowd going, oh!
That I think, well, the one that they just played was underwhelming, so it actually would work perfectly for the banner.
Ooh, wow, a banner. Oh, or that one. That's good. Canned laughter.
Yeah, that's good.
Place the banner, canned laughter.
Perfect.
That's good. Yeah, or
It sounded like Naga.
that sounded like exorcism to me.
Where is this banner?
It's
I'm clicking on every hero now.
he must have used it. We just didn't notice.
Dire's top
Well,
tower
it would
to
still be
fair,
up,
To
though.
be fair, when it gets placed, there's one little line of text and a ring that shows on the minimap for half a second.
All right, observers, hit enter, please. Is it in the chat? Was it placed?
is under
No.
attack.
Okay, I'm just gonna go out and limit.
It would be on the left.
Yeah,
You
the
just scroll the left bar. Okay,
Oh,
we have a bit of a,
Sayush
Okay,
wants
he
to
tried
get
to-
in there to try to steal the Aegis. Good attempt. Won't happen, so
I
we'll
think-
continue discussing the... Oh, there! Oh, that's a new one.
I think he wanted to steal the banner, actually. I think that's why he went in.
Yeah.
All right, let's check the scroll bar again on the left. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Investigation.
Okay,
Continue.
Scroll up. Let's see when they place the banner. You have to move it on the left. Mouse all the way to the left, and then scroll up that little... Here we go. Okay. Banner has been planted by the Dire.
What the...
See, it forced a glyph. The glyph...
That is definitely not related.
Oh, there... Wait, no, that was a TP. Okay, I got excited for
I mean, I checked their base. There's nothing... Whatever. This stupid-ass banner, man. It's going to be the end of me.
Scanning.
Gaming continue to
I'll
just
pay
get
very
crazy
close
items.
attention.
Initiation from Tofu. Finding FNG. And from... Oh, okay. Celery. The fact that he has a BKB. Yeah, he's trying to
He
use
wanted
the
to
banner.
use the banner, yeah.
That's true. Understandable. Very powerful indeed.
Worth keeping in mind, Celery doesn't generally have access to this item. He might not know how it works. So,
I don't think I've ever seen him purchase a BKB
me
before.
neither. It's a true rarity here.
The enemies won't
Gyro.
see it either.
Okay, here comes Huskar.
Oh, they put it in lane. I see. That's probably why we didn't see it before. Okay, the creeps are marginally stronger right now. Very exciting.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
And this lane is not being contested anyway, so it will be a set of
Radiant's
racks.
bottom barracks
Terrible
has
banner placement again by a pro team. What team will figure this item out? It's really not that complicated.
You sound so confident that you know better.
I know for a fact.
You
yes.
just know better than
I talked to
pros.
Ice Frog about it. In fact, the banner was my idea. Not really. That would be funny, though. Shitting on my own idea. One set of racks for Gaimin. Will VP defend this one? They have all their ultimates. Of course, they have to chew through this Aegis. As the banner, yeah,
Radiant's
very
middle
strong.
tower has
These
fallen.
creeps are out. That would be so fitting, actually, as
Oh,
life
hello.
break. Okay, forcing the BKB at a Quinn. The Tiny's dead. Does have buyback, though. Call down. Gonna prevent any shenanigans from VP to get aggressive here. It's Quinn. Okay, Maledict is still on him, but looks like he is A-okay. That's that second life worst case anyway.
Yeah, okay, that's the second lane that they didn't really do anything. What are they going to do in the third lane?
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Was that an Axe? Who just bought that? Is that Witch Doctor?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Witch
this is it.
Doctor
That's what they've
Axe.
been waiting for.
Yep. But they want to get rid of this Aegis first.
Now, I've been reading a lot of Reddit, Shannon.
Yes.
And
Radiant's
according to
top
Reddit,
tower
this
is
game
under
is now
attack.
over and Radiant will win because Witch Doctor and Witch Doctor Ags is so broken that it can win any fight. It just does so much damage and you can't counter it.
I believe it.
So let's see if this is truly a high-rank, pro-level game or if we've all been tricked.
I mean, the True Strike is quite good against the Solar Guardian.
doesn't give it anymore.
It just said they just moused it over. It says it gives True Strike, unless they didn't.
There's a patch note on the ult.
Okay, so let's.
Aghanim Spectre no longer grants True Strike. So
that is incredible. That is so bad.
Now, what I do think, I remember reading that the secondary bounces have True Strike, which is a bug.
Oh.
And I don't know if that got fixed.
Okay, good.
If that is the case, you need to not hit the target you want to hit.
All right, so we don't really know how Death Ward works anymore. We'll just see.
Or maybe we won't.
Well, I think we will see it cast, but
Okay.
I don't think it's going to do much as Quinn. Oh my God, they get the silence up.
Okay.
Yules. Will he stay alive? Phase shift as well. Kiritich goes in, and okay, the puck actually does survive somehow. But Quinn will get the tower. Got to do something about this Huskar.
Okay,
Raindrax is
5
down.
barracks.
Got to do something about this Huskar. Malefice. Kiritich getting in a little bit better position. Yeah, Witch Doctor still has Ags, in case you guys were wondering. FNG with the cask. Bounces once. And okay, fortification. That's indicating to Gaimin that they do want to fight.
10 seconds on Aegis. Okay, they've successfully
waiting.
stalled out the Aegis. Now, the biggest fuck you play from Gaimin here would be to go back and wait for next Roche. Just be like, you guys just waited.
Oh, they find the lasso. Oh, boy. But the Black Hole coming in from Notice. The Solar Guardian to try to counter Kiritich will live. Notice not so much. Have we seen the Death Ward yet?
We did.
Okay, he died.
Great. He was channeling it for 5 seconds.
Celery with the fuck you BKB as a support gyro.
He's pushing.
He's killing the barracks. He's going to get
this.
the Mega Creeps. Kiritich can't even do anything about it. Mega Creeps for Gaimin. Imagine if they had double banner right now.
Oh.
You'd have double Gaimin Creeps. That's double chin Gaimin Creeps.
Okay.
Up, Chronosphere is placed. Flame Break, not going to save the old Slark and Malarkey, so Doraccio will die, but...
The power play here is killing him and then typing GG.
Yeah, I think everyone watching was hoping that would happen.
They're still in it.
Technically.
Yep.
I mean, this would have to be the most massive throw of all time if Gaimin somehow lose this game.
Oh, get another
Tofu
one.
picked off as well.
Okay. I mean, every kill is 2K, so...
If that continues to be 2K each time, yeah. Are these the...
These are regular melee creeps. Oh, regular megas.
The banner's dead, I assume.
Yep.
In the bot lane.
It's gone. It served its purpose. It did a lot. Oh, there's a little...
Yeah, that's not the banner. Good try.
That's a nice try. This reminds me of Tristram.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that.
Yep.
It's not a name of a basketball player, so...
Actually, it's close. Tristan Thompson.
There.
Very close. As Tormy will be taken out. Quinn will get his shard. Is that not good enough to purchase? I'm actually confused. It's the inner fire owner.
Oh, this is actually pretty funny. Did you guys see? Did you see Celery's reaction when Quinn got the shard?
Is he really sad?
He was like, "Come on!" You know, he's been wanting his shard for free the whole game, and he keeps not getting it.
Celery, you bought a BKB. All right, you have enough money.
I think.
It's a Maelstrom, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Well, all right.
Sayush.
Nice. Now he can farm.
Yep, good timing.
Pick up a tree and start cleaving some megas.
And Gaimin likely waiting for the last Roche. Then we'll see Gaimin creeps, hopefully. If they remember to use the banner, that is. If it's even on that side, in fact. He's actually going for a full Mjolnir.
I don't know.
He gets to cosplay a core.
I mean, at this point, I feel like he's just doing some sort of stat manipulation, you know?
I mean, he's only 1,000 net worth behind the Void, by the way. That is absurd.
And he's still lowest net worth in his team with these items.
Yes.
Minute 40 on a support gyro. It's quite funny. All right.
Gaimin taking their sweet-ass time to finish this game, but don't want to take any chances because if they lose, they're out of the tournament, of course. And with this impending loss, unless VP pull off the greatest comeback we've ever seen, they will face off against OG in this third game of the tiebreaker here at DreamLeague. Smoke incoming from VP.
And worth keeping in mind, OG did beat GG quite handily. So you got crushed like this, you know? It's not going to be an easy game they're up against in the next one.
Perfect infusion.
But for the thing about a game like this is there's only so much you can do. Like, this feels like such a major strategic loss from minute 5, right? It's like, this doesn't really show the power levels of these two teams. It's just a massive draft win at the end of the day for Gaimin Gladiators with how these first 5 minutes of the laning plan out, including the 2 kills on the rune, which is also, you know, was very close to being a kill on the bat, and then maybe things are a little bit different in the lanes, but at the end of, I mean, it's just mostly Quinn just completely obliterating mid, and the other 2 lanes being good.
All right, I think we will have Gaimin creeps, ladies and gentlemen. Are you excited?
Ooh.
Let's look at the HP and damage of a normal mega creep right now, please, just to remember. Okay, so they got 105 damage and 1270 HP. Let's see where they put the banner. I mean, you just put it in base. Like, I don't know what the point of putting in lane is at this point. It's global range, for God's sake.
If you want this wave to be strong.
I mean, sure.
I hope he places it next to the Ancient with the creeps are there. It's like a minefield sign. Yep, that's a creep wave. Okay, where'd he put it?
Wait, he used it? Was there text? Oh, there it is. Okay, right in the middle of the mid lane.
Oh.
2,000 HP and 50 plus damage. Those are Gaimin creeps.
They're big.
Let's see if Gaimin just use them. They don't even need their heroes anymore. They are heroes in and of themselves. The smoke from VP, can they deal with the Gaimin creeps? They're so strong. You can kite them into the base all you want, but there's more to come afterwards.
This genuinely feels like a science experiment. They're just testing. They're going to see, can the creeps win without us? And then if they struggle a little bit, they're going to walk in and hit a couple of times.
Okay, those ones are not Gaimin creeps. As you can see, quite pitiful mega creeps.
Break.
Here are the Gaimin creeps coming in with Quinn backing them up. And that's 2 tier 4s dead. Kiritich jumps in, jumps out. Coil is expended on the sideline. Wind Waker to counter 1. And Celery is going to be A-OK as well. The defense being mounted by VP. Not sure what their strat is. I don't think that dragon inside the Ancient will actually come out. That's probably the only thing that will save him here. They're going to try to toss out onto Huskar. Quinn actually targeted by the Fountain temporarily. There's the Maledict with the counter initiation on the Tiny. Quinn is fine as Kiritich pops his BKB, gets the Chrono off, but it does not hit on Quinn, and now the Solar Guardian is there to counter it yet again. Feels like this Huskar and Dawnbreaker have just countered VP so hard. Notice comes in with the Black Hole and does about 0 damage as GGs are finally called. Gaimin creeps still undefeated.